Not too hard though. Not too hard.
Not too hard. Not too hard. Perrin, it's so crazy, dude. These numbers on Facebook. I can't wait to dive into them with you. Like
me either. I'm really excited to tell you guys what's working. So let's do this.
All right,
let's go.
Let's play the ad and let's all retweet this thing. Let's go. This podcast is sponsored by Restream. Why live stream to one platform when you can simultaneously live stream to every platform to discover new audiences faster using Restream.io?
Facebook gaming, how to get 20K views every live stream? We didn't think it was possible. Well, actually, we all did. We knew it was possible, but Perrin's literally pulling it off. Literally 2 weeks ago, he was at 3K views. Fast forward to today, and he's consistently getting 20,000 plus views on his Facebook gaming live streams. So, okay, Mr. Perrin, let's just start with the obvious here. What, if anything, have you changed in your strategy or approach since the last time we kind of took a look at what you were doing?
I guess last time we looked at when I just changed to a different game, but the big change is picking the right game on Facebook. I picked Mobile Legends. I picked one of the more popular mobile games on the platform. And it turns out if you pick a mobile game on Facebook, you should do pretty well, especially if you keep at it over time. So this is now me keeping at it over time consistently. I stream twice every weekday. So I stream in the morning and in the evening around when I work. So it's a lot of streaming, but I do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I take Saturday, Sunday off, and then I do it again the next week. So everyone knows when my streams are, and it's gotten me really, really great results. Like I can show you guys over here on the loyalty side. Remember that returning viewers metric that we were like, yeah, that's the number that Facebook wants you to hit. I mean, I'm just going like exponentially up here now at this point and doubling it like week over week, which I did not expect actually for it to go this quickly. So I'm pleasantly surprised. There's a couple different factors that are coming into play as to why that is. I started doing giveaways on my stream Wednesday of last week. So as you can see, the week over week, like last week at the 243 mark, half of that week was I had started to do skin giveaways in Mobile Legends. Now we can see it going even higher. Yeah, it's exciting. Let me show you guys the regular kind of views per video. Now you said 20K, but yeah, even no matter how long I stream, like some streams are 2 hours, some streams are like 4 or 5. I end up around 20K views right now. And that's
every single stream. I mean, I remember we were just talking like a week or two ago, you were only getting like maybe 4,000. I say only 4,000. That's still a lot. Right. It just shot up to 20,000. I mean, is it just the consistency? Is it the consistency that you're doing this day after day after day after day with one game in particular that really made it take off? Because I know you were doing a variety streamer strategy before, but now you're really doubling down on Mobile Legends. So do you think it's that focus on one game that really kind of pushed it over the edge for you?
Sure. Yeah. I think if I was still bumping around to different ones, you wouldn't quite see this. So because I'm consistent on Mobile Legends, I'm getting the same people coming back. And this has been compounding over time as I've been more consistent. More and more of the same people are coming back, because I'm doing the same thing. Now, it helps. There are a couple other streamers in this area who are following as well, and they're having similar results. Mr. Kasla, who we've had on the show in the past before, is actually doing the same thing, and he's having very, very similar results. I'm doing a bit different in that you guys see in every one of my thumbnails where I'm doing the YouTube face here, I have an Xbox Elite controller. I have a unique take on this that no one else is doing, and I'm playing Mobile Legends with a controller on PC, which is weird, but I love it. So a lot of people come in asking about that, and that's how I hook them, is I'm unique in that regard. That's my unique twist. And then from there, I can build a community on that. So I'm one of the only, I think, if not the only streamer in the community that's doing it. Also, it's rare because Mobile Legends is not big in the US or by English-speaking people, really, or English-speaking content creators. It's mainly big in Asian territories, mostly the Philippines. So I have a huge Philippines audience with this, and they like it because it's finally getting some traction with popular English-speaking creators. They like that. They're excited about that.
That is great.
Amazing.
I really quick, I got a comment. Can you pull that feed back up there for us, Astral? I just want to look at this. Obviously, you're doing custom thumbnails for every live stream. So this is something that I still don't see most Facebook gaming creators doing. So you're doing custom thumbnail every time, no matter what. And so that seems like that's mandatory at this point. Would you agree with that?
I noticed that, well, I had to get into the practice of it because I started regularly streaming again on YouTube. So I have to be doing it in my routine anyway. But I've noticed better results when I do it. And because also it helps the smoothness of my intro, because I was having to do this awkward thing with Facebook in the beginning when I would go live, where I had to like try to get the automated thumbnail like while it was live, and it picks a random frame. So, and I was like, why am I doing that? I can just make the thumbnail really quick. I just take a screenshot of me doing a YouTube face and then make it simple. But I follow your rules. Well, the 3 elements. I had a more complicated thumbnail that had like the Mobile Legends, logo in there and stuff like that. It was too complicated. 3 elements worked better. The controller, me, and the phone, and that's it. 3 elements, and that works the best.
You're making me so proud right now. You're making me so proud. How does that pair up with your titles? So I see, in these description versions of your titles, you're saying enter to win for the giveaway. I see in other ones you're using, I don't even know what they're called, those like kind of emoji. I'm kind of old. I'm like in my late 30s. Those little emoji dudes. So tell us about your title strategy. And it seems like you're using a combination of here's free stuff, here's some lighthearted, fun titles. Also, I've seen you use clickbait titles of like only the top 1% of the top 1% of players know this. So tell us about your title strategy, because obviously the thumbnails plus the titles are getting 20,000 clicks per stream. So tell us how you're thinking about that before each stream.
So I stopped kind of doing the clickbait titles, and I've started repeating titles over and over again because I'm afraid to kind of move off of them sometimes because they were working so well. In fact, last night I moved off of it and I stopped seeing as good of results. The one that is working right now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see the whole thing, but you can get an idea. Let me highlight it for you over here on the right. I basically made it more accurate to what my call was. Like right now I'm Grandmaster rank, which is not a super high rank in the game. It's like a medium level rank. I've only been playing for like 11 days or so, but I said with the controller emoji is like the first thing. And then I do like the cool, fun emoji, and it says Gibbs skins, because there's a meme now in my stream where people come in and ask for skins, and I will scream into the mic, give me skins, and everybody laughs and they think it's funny. So I just added that to the intro, and that there is bringing a lot of people in because they don't necessarily know what Gibbs skins means. So they come in asking for skins, and it perpetuates the meme. But then I actually do give away some skins to people. So it's fun. It's lighthearted. It's created kind of a community, like fun banter thing that I can do to help entertain and make people laugh. Plus I give back viewer value in return because they're actually coming for skins. It would be different if I weren't giving away skins. People would get upset, come in, and then they would leave and never come back. But they know I don't give away skins. That would be
literally clickbait, right? So yeah.
Then it would be literally clickbait. I don't necessarily give them away every stream, and I had to like actually grind to a higher level in the game to be able to do it. But I give them away a few times a week, and it's kind of random now when that's going to occur. So you have to kind of check in and see if I'm doing it that day, and you have to engage with me to see if it's going to happen. And then normally you can tell by the stream video description if it's going to be happening or not. But so yeah, I try to keep it fun like that. People come in asking for people. This was happening before I even started doing skin giveaways. People were just coming in asking for skins, and I thought it was funny. So we just played with it, and then it just turned into kind of like a culture thing for my community.
That's really cool. Just going back real quick, just to take another look at like another part of the strategy that I know probably because you're doing 2 streams a day, you don't have time to be doing this, but I'm just curious on your thoughts on what you think would happen if you took some of this content, like you screaming into the mic and stuff like that, and kind of repurpose that on other platforms, just as a clip or something like that. Do you think just clips would perform well going on your page, or is this going to be essentially an all live streaming strategy?
Oh, I definitely need clips. I don't have the time for it. So I've focused on the more value for me to have higher stream uptime right now, because in the numbers, this yields to higher returning viewers. And this is what I'm trying to stack to figure out how quickly I can ramp this number up. And so far it's working out, I mean, obviously pretty well. But not just this number. There's a couple other requirements here for all the different monetization options. The 1 minute video view mark, you need 30K of these. Find the right tool here.
Use the text tool, Ashroll. So are you about to talk about partnership and the requirements for Facebook gaming partnership? Please lay those out for us again and remind everybody of what that partnership means on Facebook once you achieve it. Because you're already a level up creator, which is relatively easy to achieve. But the partnership milestone is way above that. So lay out, what are those requirements? What does that do for you? And then let's talk about how far away you are and how are you going to get there?
Yeah. So it's not actually clear like when partnership occurs, because there's a couple different monetization things that you can unlock. And I just assumed that partnership unlocks with fan subscriptions, but I actually don't know. So that's what I'm testing. So I'm trying to focus on those particular metrics. So there's ad breaks, which is, you guys know from like watching Twitch and stuff that the streamer can like use a command to run an ad. Also, there's the intro ad when you first load up their stream. Ad breaks you can make money off of. You need 30,000 1 minute video views in a single month. Right now, if you look, just this past week, I've got almost 17,000. If I take a look for the whole month of July, let's see where I'm at there. I'll actually make it there. I'll actually hit the goal this month. So this will be the test to see if I can get ad breaks and to see how quickly they identify my channel to enable it. I want to see what that process looks like. Like, is it when you hit it, will you get it? Or will you have to wait to still kind of be noticed by Facebook? What is the time delay there? What is the process? So I'm feeling all that out, investigating it. As I learn it, I'll let you guys know. But anyway, 30K 1 minute video views in a single month to unlock ad breaks is the one requirement, and that's the one form of monetization. The other form of monetization is your fan subscriptions, which will probably be the most lucrative, as subs on Twitch are the most lucrative there. It makes sense that that'd be the case here. You need 240 returning monthly viewers. So I actually already meet this criteria.
You're already blowing that criteria out of the water for fan subscriptions. That's amazing. I mean, think about how long it takes folks to get Twitch partnership. You hear stories of, I streamed every day for 3 years. Looks like Perrin's going to stream every day for like 90 days, it's like nothing, man.
Like 2 weeks. I hit it in like 2 weeks. So what I'll see, I don't have fan subscriptions yet, so they haven't noticed it yet. I imagine that they look for at least like multiple weeks in a row to make sure it's not just kind of like a quick viral thing that happened to your channel. They'll probably want to see some consistency with that number, I imagine, before. But I mean, I'm predicting it could take upwards, even though I've hit the requirement here, it could still take another 3 months. I'm expecting it to take maybe another 3 months still to be noticed there. We'll see how quickly I ramp this up. The more quickly this ramps up and hits higher numbers, I think the more likely I'll be noticed by them. But so far, there was no automated trigger by Facebook. Now, you can actually go through Facebook support, and you can actually appeal for monetization. This is something that most people probably don't know. If you meet the requirements, and I would only do this if you know that you meet them. If you know you meet the requirements for ad breaks and you meet the requirements for fan subscriptions, yet you don't have monetization enabled yet, you can actually file an appeal through Facebook support for them to take a look at it. Now, I actually did this last week because there was an error on my channel that says I was not enabled, or I was not eligible for monetization, not because I didn't meet the criteria, but for some other reason. It looked like a bug. I tried to get it resolved. Nothing happened. And I think I used up my appeal. You can only appeal once every 3 months. So I might have kind of screwed myself over in terms of being able to appeal once I actually meet the requirements. So I might have to wait 3 months. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the story goes. It's either way. I don't really mind if I have to wait another 3 months, because my channel is successful. I'm building on something that's working, and I'm certainly going to keep doing that day over day, week over week.
Let's talk about. Go ahead, Ross. Go ahead. Hit him with a question. Go.
Okay, I was just gonna say, I was just looking through your stats earlier, and you obviously are running a little bit of an advertisement strategy here. Now, I saw it was like 90%, 91% or something of what you're doing is actually organic. So talk a little bit about the strategy that you're running. And I know we've talked about it before, but just for a refresher, what kind of strategy are you running? Are you doing this post stream? Obviously.
Yes. So I can't advertise live streams. I'm
Right.
not whitelisted for that. You have to be whitelisted to be able to advertise your live streams. I'm doing through play advertising, which is just video view advertising. And I don't have the time to do clips really. So I wish I did. I'm hopefully going to get some help from my community on that. So I just take my past live streams, the ones that I know are good, and the ones that I know that I was like really engaging right in the very beginning, first 15 seconds. And I will just add those into one of my ad sets. And I've got 2 different campaigns running. I've got a campaign that targets the primary top 10 countries for Mobile Legends with my relative age demographic, and looking for people who like Mobile Legends and they also like watching live streams. And I just advertise that targeting, and I put my past streams in there and I just let it go. Then I have a different ad set, which is the same thing, but it just targets USA and Canada, just so I can try to wrap up any English speaking people who are playing the game, which is a much smaller audience. But since I'm in North America and I'm in the US, I want to try to find some viewership from that area. That's one of my concerns with this test, is that I'm primarily 99% international audience, very, very few domestic viewers. And so that could maybe be an issue down the road when if I ever want to swap out the different titles or something like that. So I'm advertising to maybe help with that a little bit, but I'm only spending $2 a day on that. And so as you can see, it doesn't end up being a ton of my strategy. It's mostly organic.
That's interesting. Tell us about some of the other things you're doing to drive engagement during your streams. So Facebook algorithm loves engagement during the stream, whether that's comments or reactions or shares or stars. All of these things contribute to the algorithm pushing you harder and harder. And obviously the algorithm is pushing you harder than most other Mobile Legends streamers at this point. That's how you're getting 20K views each time you're streaming. And I noticed your comments on a lot of these streams are like over 1,000 comments. I remember last time I checked in on you was maybe a couple hundred. What are you doing to drive engagement during the stream? And this might be new for a lot of our Twitch viewers out there. Twitch doesn't have an algorithm that helps you out at all or recognize that you're engaging audiences, but Facebook does. So what are you doing to stimulate the algorithm, if you will, during the stream?
So we had our other strategy we talked about where we said, have you engaged with the stream yet? Yes or no. And then you pin the top comment asking if they've done the same thing. When I went through, so when I got a little bit scared looking through my channel and it said like it wasn't enabled for monetization or whatever, I went through the community guidelines, and engagement baiting like that is actually specifically against their community guidelines. So we recommended that to people. I think it's okay with live streaming, but I wanted to be a little bit more careful and I didn't want to repeat the same type of engagement thing by every single stream. I wanted it to be different. So I started using the notify feature in chat. So when you turn on chat features, and let me actually show you guys how to do this. I know we've shown it before, but it's such a important feature that you guys need to, I'm going to repeat it because it's so important. Go into comment settings and make sure you have chat commands enabled, that there's a check mark here in this box, and I'll highlight it for you, because the most important command for your whole channel is actually enabled with that setting. So I tell them to type !notify to be notified when I go live, and then I pin that, and that gets me the most important metric, not just engagements on the video itself, which we were doing. We were doing a strategy, if you all remember. We were doing that. You get more likes on the stream, and then you go back down later after the stream's over, you click it and you invite everybody who liked. Well, that's a roundabout way of doing the same thing. When you ask people to notify and chat, they follow the stream automatically and they get notified when they go live. So it's the same as clicking like and clicking the bell notification. So it's like the strongest action you can have a user do on your stream, and it's better than having them like or heart or whatever engage with it. So I went towards that because it's a little bit more toward goal oriented. And it's increased my follows quite significantly. If I go back to my numbers on the insights here, I think follows is under here. Yeah, if you look at my net follows, and let's go last 7 days, I'm to 1,600 net follows, and I get a lot of new follows per day, per stream, in the hundreds normally with that strategy. So the notify feature is also how I do my giveaways for the skins for the game as well. So that has been probably the most important find in terms of increasing my engagement, increasing my follower count, and making it so it's a little bit more natural. I'm not like, hey, baiting them to like the stream. I'm just saying if they want to be notified of when I go live, they just type notify, right?
How do you select a winner for people that type notify in chat? Obviously, you can scroll through chat and you can go pick a random winner. Is that how you do it? Obviously, incentivizing people to enable notify is great, but is there another way to do that that's maybe randomized or easier to deal with? Help people out for people that are trying to do live stream giveaways on Facebook.
Yeah. Let me see if I can share this. So there's, I use comment picker, and I want to do something a little bit more universal since I multi-stream. I want to be able to get my Twitch viewers and my YouTube viewers and on these too. So I'm looking at something maybe like gleam.io, a giveaway platform to do that with. But for now, this tool, the Mobile Legends community led me to, basically you can sign in with your Facebook page and profile, and you can pick a Facebook post. So I did this, since I'm connected, this is actually pulling up all my past streams. So here's my skin giveaway post right here. And then you don't put minimum amount of friends tag. You include comment replies, filter duplicate users. I filter comments based on specific text. I do notify. So I asked users if they want to enter the giveaway, they have to type !notify. They have to give me their Mobile Legends code, and they have to tell me what skin they want. And then I can filter comments by just !notify. So I'm filtering out all the other comments where people are just talking to me, because there's over 1,000 comments per live stream at this point. And getting down just to the people who submitted. And I see I have 159 unique people who actually entered it. And then from there, you just hit start and it'll pick somebody. And I normally pull this screen up live so people can watch and see who wins. But if you notice, it picked this person. They did it right. They did !notify. They gave me their code and they said what skin they wanted. So I would see if this Josh person is in chat. And I'd say, hey, Josh, are you in chat? Because one of the other rules is they have to stay to the end of the stream to see if they've won. So if they aren't around in chat and they're no longer watching, they don't get to win. So I see if this person is in chat. If they are, I add them in the game, and then we do the giveaway.
Oh so my God, this is such a good giveaway strategy. Perrin, this is sick, dude. This is great. I mean, this strategy, you're giving away a low-cost item that the audience is that they asked you for it first, and then you're just giving them what they asked for. You're getting them to follow. I was never going to do giveaways, but this became a thing. It's just a thing in the community where the viewers kind of expect it, because a lot of other streamers do this type of thing. So there was just a lot of people coming into my stream saying, hey, I want skins. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll do skin giveaways. So, and then they ended up being a lot of fun, and people really like winning. And it's really, really nice to be able to like give people, give the community something back too. And to be able to use some of the money I'm making through stars and through some of my other platforms too, and to kind of put it back into my community in some way. That makes sense. Well, I want to hit you with a hard hitting question, because this is what matters to a lot of people that want to do this for a living. Are you making any money? So, and here's the deal. A lot of these folks that are watching your streams are in international audiences. And a lot of countries, their currency does not convert well to your currency, United States dollars. So giving you some meaningful amount of money, like $20, might be a crazy amount of money for them. You know what I mean? So how is the money translating? Because for folks out there that are in, United States or Australia or in UK or what have you, your currency is probably toward the top of the pile in terms of conversion. And so when people give you stars, or is it a meaningful amount of stars? Are they donating? What's the money looking like? You're getting 20,000 views per stream. Are you making any money?
Yeah, I'm making a worthwhile amount, I would say. Maybe I can zoom this in a little bit. We'll see. There we go. It's a little bit more viewable. I'll just be transparent here so you guys can have an idea. But here's my stars received for the month and for the year so far. So this year, I've been streaming since May, and I've made $275 total. This month alone, I've made 120 in stars. And yeah, so I definitely noticed that from the international donations for stars, they're normally less, a lot less, but there's a lot more of them. And so they can add up. But really, it's the same thing that we talk about all the time with this stuff, guys. It's your true fans that really keep coming back. And it's my main, like 3 to 5 people that are coming in and really dedicated to supporting my stream every single day. That's where most of the money is coming from. And that's what I expected. So it's nice when I get smaller donations and like from other users, especially that aren't from the US. And I know that their currency doesn't really translate as well, but they are still wanting to find a way to contribute to the stream, and they still do. I wouldn't say this is a lot of money for sure, but it definitely is something to invest back into my stream. And since I have a multi-stream strategy, let me see if I can pull this up too. I'll leave that there for you guys, but I am actually making some decent amount of money on Twitch as well. Let's see if I can pull that up here. If the creator dashboard will load.
Right, you're multi-streaming. So while you mentioned that, while you're pulling this up, for everybody who's watching right now, you should be multi-streaming on every single platform unless for some reason you've done some sort of exclusivity agreement with one of these platforms, which I recommend staying away from. Restream.io is what Perrin's using to succeed. We're restreaming right now on Twitch, DLive, Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. You guys should be doing it too. Link in our bio. If you want to get Restream, get $10 off your first month. Also, if you use code DROP25, DROP25 with no space, DROP25 with no space, you can get 25% off Restream.io. If you pay for an entire year plus 25% off, I think it's something like $9 a month or something, $8 or $9 a month. It's actually not that expensive. Let me pull up your financial results on Twitch. So you made about 120 in the last month or so on Facebook. Now let's look at Twitch and see how those results contrast.
And it's interesting because I don't nearly have the traction that I have on Facebook as I do on Twitch right now, but I do have the benefit on Twitch of having partnership. So I do have subscriptions. And so what happens is a lot of my more loyal fans who've been following me since like May or early on with the Star Citizen stuff came in, and one of them was pretty awesome and came in and gifted a bunch of subs. So Ross and I talked about this yesterday, I think. This is inflated now because I've got gifted subs in here. This isn't really what I would truly be making. I really have like 5 regular subs there, which isn't that much, but it's better than nothing, and it's a start and something to build off of. And I know who my dedicated fans are a little bit from that. But this 130 in 1 month combined with the stars on the other side, it's not enough to live off of, but it's certainly more than I expected. And the first 3 or so months of me streaming, I'm only in the third month. I've started in May. We're in July now. It hasn't been that long. This is already more than I expected, and this will help me invest it back into the stream. There's still things I can do, like I need to upgrade to a DSLR camera. I could put this back into more giveaways, which are obviously helping my success. I could use it to help maybe get some talent on board to cut clips for me. There's so many ways I can use even this smaller amount to help out where I'm at right now that I'm over the moon excited about where these numbers are. It's not enough to live off of, but it's fine. I have a part-time job, so I'm not really starved for that at the moment. I really just rather enjoy that strategy is working. The reason let's go back to stars real quick. I think you guys have seen before, I probably won't be able to pull it up. But you've seen what my star notifications look like. I go crazy with them. There's like a really nice sound effect. They're big and yellow and bold on the notifications and the alerts. So people want to donate stars. Plus, I put them on my screen over here, and I draw on the screen and put them up on the board. I started only doing that with higher star amounts now, but That has really helped this with getting more star donations. So the more you incentivize and featureize your stars, the more you do this, the more you're going to have people wanting to give stars, because people want to be noticed on the screen. They want to be featured in some way. They want to be shouted out. And so if you go the extra mile to do that, it has really helped ever since I changed that strategy.
Amazing. Ross, take us out of here, buddy.
Awesome. Hope everybody got something good out of this. Pay attention to what he's doing. Don't just watch for fun. See how you can implement what's working for him into your live streaming strategy as well. You can go watch all the replays on YouTube. We stream live there through Restream.io. Like Mr. AWOL said, audio podcast available on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Happy creating, creators, and we will be back tomorrow for a super fun Friday edition, I imagine.